Here's your news for June 15th and Backlash 2020. And your headlines for today include: Edge suffers a severe injury during the greatest wrestling match against Randy Orton. WWE Backlash Identity Giant Ninja Cinematic Segment revealed. Chris Jericho takes shot at WWE. What happened between Lana and Bobby Lashley backstage after WWE title match at Backlash? Roman Reigns addresses WWE return. WWE brings former lead writer back to the company. Another big wrestling legend joins CM Punk on WWE Backstage. The time when The Undertaker collapsed, and more. We are starting today's news with an update regarding Edge, as the Rated R superstar not only lost at Backlash, but suffered a terrible injury in the process. According to Fightful, the Rated R superstar suffered a torn tricep during his greatest wrestling match ever against Randy Orton, which was taped over a week ago. There's no timetable on when Edge is expected to return to the ring, though an injury such as his usually takes approximately 8 months to come back from. Much like the details of the match itself, this injury was kept quiet until it was leaked today, and this is obviously terrible news for the 11-time WWE World Champion who has just returned to the ring this year after a 9-year retirement. If there's any consolation to this, it's that Edge's neck wasn't injured during the match, and we can only hope for a safe and speedy recovery for the Hall of Famer following a match that received mixed reviews on Twitter. From a Hall of Famer to a rookie in the company, as during the Raw Tag Team Titles segment, one of Akira Tozawa's ninjas stood above the rest. Whilst fans online speculated that the ninja was basketball legend and wrestling fan Shaquille O'Neal, believing that this was building to a Shaq Fu reference, Sportskeeda's Gary Cassidy has revealed the 7'3" ninja was actually Jordan Omogbehin. Joining the WWE in 2018 alongside Matt Riddle, Humberto Carrillo, Mia Yim, and Damian Priest, the far less experienced star has only made sporadic appearances at NXT live events where he's been teamed with Malcolm Bivens. There's no word whether the Nigerian basketball star's appearance at Backlash was a one-off appearance, but given the comical nature of the match and the fact that Jordan hasn't been a ninja at NXT live events, this certainly seems to be the case. Speaking of Backlash, last night's show saw plenty of WWE superstars appear, and even a former superstar made a brief cameo. During the Street Profits vs. Viking Raiders segment, eagle-eyed fans spotted No Way Jose on one of the production trucks used in the segment, despite the former superstar being part of the April 15th releases. Taking to Twitter, the dancing wrestler joked that he's back with the company, as it's clear that Jose certainly appreciated being referenced by WWE, even unintentionally. One person who wasn't featured during Backlash was Chris Jericho, though there is a reason why the company not featuring the inaugural AEW champion is a story. Recently, the WWE released a video package highlight of some of the greatest Intercontinental champions ever, but when fans pointed out Jericho's absence from the package, Jericho replied cheekily with a "Who?" A record-setting 9-time Intercontinental champion, Jericho definitely should have made the package, and whilst any answer to why he was missing would be mere speculation, we can't help but believe it's down to him working for the opposition company. Speaking of AEW, Dax Harwood recently debuted alongside Cash Wheeler, but the former Revival stars still watch the WWE. During the comedic segment with the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits, Harwood tweeted out, "Yes guys, we know, and yes guys, we're happy," seemingly in response to what was happening on the screen. It's no secret that WWE pitched for the duo to be a comedy team before their departure from WWE earlier this year, and given that they're now being treated as a far more credible threat in AEW, Wheeler wanted everyone to know that he's happy they got out when they could. Back to WWE, and one person who didn't have a good time at Backlash is Bobby Lashley, who lost to WWE Champion Drew McIntyre thanks in part to his wife Lana. After the match, cameras caught up with the not-so-happy couple, which showed MVP consoling the Almighty, whilst Lana calls Lashley's name only to get no response from her husband. The tension between Lana and Lashley has been brewing for a while now, and after she's become more of a detriment to his career, even costing him the WWE Championship, it'll be interesting to hear what Lashley has to say in response to his Backlash loss. From Raw to SmackDown now, as fans haven't seen Roman Reigns, who has been making money in quarantine thanks to his cameo videos. Initially charging $350 per video, that number has risen to $500. And when Fightful owner Jimmy Van forked over the cash, the big dog gave an update about his current situation, saying, "I'm sticking to a legit quarantine, and we are staying in lockdown for many reasons, not just myself, but my family and my community. To be able to set that example, but, hopefully we'll get back to normal soon, and I'll be whooping everybody's ass soon." The former Universal Champion previously stated that he's staying home because of the health of his two daughters, and whilst we'll have to wait and see when Roman returns, there's always a chance Vince McMahon may give him a call due to all the shakeups backstage in the company right now. We are looking ahead to next month now, as the WWE has confirmed the date for their Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Likely to be taking place at the Performance Center once again instead of the SAP Center in San Jose, the show will take place on July 19th, just one day after Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary pay-per-view. As of this moment, there's no announced matches for the show, but with rumors stating that the WWE will be doing The Fiend vs. Braun Strowman this summer, it's entirely possible that this match could take place at Extreme Rules. Now, we all know that EC3 was part of the wave of April releases, and if you think the former superstar is bitter about things, you may be right. Recently, the 1%er came across his WWE action figure in Target, and after saying how cool it was to find himself in toy form, filmed himself paying for it just so he could throw it in the trash out of the store. An EC3 action figure in the wild is actually something of a rare find, but since we don't think he's much of an action figure guy, we doubt EC3 knew that. For many wrestlers, having your own action figure is the sign of a lifetime of sacrifices, and whilst there will be plenty of fans who want EC3 for their collection, the man behind the plastic figure isn't a fan. We've got news from SmackDown next, as during an interview in the middle of Backlash, Intercontinental Champion AJ Styles stated he's the greatest champion in WWE and will be having a championship presentation this week. Styles also invited Daniel Bryan, whom he defeated in the tournament finals, to capture the gold to the presentation as well, and as the Phenomenal One put himself over as a far superior performer, fans can expect plenty more interaction between the two incredibly gifted athletes. Now, we previously reported that Paul Heyman is out as Raw's executive director, but this isn't the only change in the company's creative team. It's being reported that Ed Koski has been promoted to Senior Vice President of Creative, but now, Ringside News is noting that the company also brought back former lead writer Ryan Callahan in a senior writing role. A source noted that many in the company were surprised to see Callahan return, citing it as the first clue things were changing, especially as Callahan was fired in May 2019, reportedly for butting heads with David Kapoor, and hopefully he'll be able to not tick people off this time around. Over to AEW now, and the company's women's division will be without Chris Statlander for quite some time. Admitting that reports on her injury are true, Statlander explained the situation, saying, "Since the news is out, I told you I'd dive on Kip again, and damn it I did. But in doing so, I ended up with a high-grade tear in my ACL. Yes, I need surgery. Yes, I'll be out of the ring for a while. I'll do my best to still show up on your TVs as much as I can." AEW's Resident Alien isn't the only one on the shelf, as Britt Baker is also injured but still appearing on TV, and perhaps the company will do the same with Chris Statlander. We're going all the way back in time to 1998, as Kane and The Undertaker shared plenty of memories together as both partners and opponents. Speaking recently to Sports Illustrated, the Devil's favorite Knox County mayor spoke about having to face his kayfabe brother with Steve Austin as the guest referee at that year's Judgment Day, but revealed the Phenom wasn't in the best condition. He said, "Mark's hips and back were really bothering him. After the match, I saw him collapse on the stairs and get right back up. You would have never known that he was in so much pain during the match." Kane added a story about competing in The Undertaker's hometown of Houston when he had some family present. He said, "We're having a match and he'd broken his ankle a few days before at TV. I don't think we knew his ankle was broken at this point, and we're trying to have this match, but he can barely move, so I'm trying to move around him. Despite the fact that he was in a lot of pain, he tried to get me as over as he possibly could." With stories like these, it's easy to see why The Undertaker is considered arguably the greatest ever, and although Kane has traded his mask for a mayor's office, you never know when the Brothers of Destruction could reunite. Back to the present, and we're looking at this week's edition of WWE Backstage, which will see an appearance by CM Punk. Joining this week's panel for the first time since June 2nd, Punk will appear alongside Bret Hart, and before Backstage airs on FS1, the channel will air the 1996 Survivor Series, where the Hitman defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin. Older fans may remember Bret and Punk sharing the ring in 2012, which resulted in the Hitman socking the then WWE Champion, and hopefully things will be more civil between the two former world champions this time around. And finally today we're ending with news from Rusev, as the former US champion started trending during the Backlash pay-per-view. During a preview video for Raw, fans could easily spot the Bulgarian Brute despite him being released by WWE back in April. The former US champion also posted a photo on Twitter showing his Twitch channel dominating WWE's own channel, which was hosting a Backlash watch-along party with superstars, but after ribbing the company for not being over, quickly deleted his post. A popular Twitch streamer, Rusev was also featured as part of Impact's teaser for Slammiversary, albeit it was just the Bulgarian flag, and the show takes place on July 18th, the same time his non-compete clause with WWE ends. Though Rusev has said he doesn't know why Impact would tease him joining, it's possible he could be debuting soon or even returning to WWE. But all we know for now is that the Bulgarian is happy doing his thing on Twitch.